What's the game plan today, boss?
It's not in live, so I can tell. Nobody will know.
Yeah. Not live.
Now the game plan is to, of course, save the power for the sprint, because we have like 90% chance to arrive for the bunch sprint, and to take the breakaway and take the bonification for move up in the general classification.
It's been a long block of racing here in China. Obviously goes all the way back to China 1 and China 2. Very grueling races, those two, especially with the excruciating transfers that basically take up the entire rest day. How are you finding the energy to you and the team to stay motivated here in Hainan?
I think it's a really big experience for the riders and for the team to move out from America, and it's a beautiful race. The organization are great, Joe of China, even in Hong Kong, Tayu Lake and Henan, and I think it's helped us for really like feel comfortable in our work and get the energy.
You know, you're by far, we talked about this prior to the stage, you are the sharpest dressed guy in pro cycling. Talk to me a little bit about you know, that's your sense of style and taking some pride and ownership in your position as professional sport.
I'm French, so the mode come from France, so we try to wear in the good way, and I really think that all the manager in every sport, they always wear in the good way. They have a nice dress, everything, and I think cycling, it's sports for the beauty. When you look at the riders, they always try to wear the same color for the glasses and the shoes.
We have 42 riders in the break and 3 chaser. The gap between the leading group with 42 riders to the peloton is 40 seconds. 领先的团有42人，以大团间隔40秒40。And again, we have 42 riders in the break with a gap 44 seconds to the peloton. We have 3 chasers.
It's a massive break.
Yeah, and
we have 3 chasers. I will give you the number soon.
He's going to give us 42 numbers.
Yeah, plus the 3. And so, no, yeah, I think that in the cycling we cannot be ashamed to wear the nice clothes. The riders use the beautiful bikes, beautiful clothes, everything is clean, the car are clean, so why we have to wear as a teenager? That's just my position.
We have 42 riders in the break with a gap 40 seconds to the peloton and the 3 chairs in the leading group.
Of course, I saw you yesterday in the hotel lobby. You quickly changed out of the good clothes and got into some more practical clothes for cleaning the bikes, because you, or other than you got Carly here, Sonia, you guys are doing it by yourself. You're very, very short-handed compared to some of the teams that are here, including the Italian Pro Continental teams.
Like, we are 2, so for take care of the riders and the bikes, and I think we do the good job, because we can every day start in the good way. Everything is clean, they have the bottles, they get the massage, everything is just great for us.
Fun fact is that we have less mechanicals than any other team almost.
Oh, fantastic.
And no, it's good for us. It's even for Carly, the first year like in the continental team for make
okay, the CJFC later we have 42 riders in the leading group and 3 chasers, 100 meters behind the leading group and 40 seconds to the peloton.
And I really think that it's
现在史上唯一追赶的3人相差大概100米左右，后面是大团是40秒。
It's good for us. It's good for us to have like a difficult year when you start. So we learn a lot in 1 or 2 years, and after when we grown up and we have more stuff, we know how to do, and in the good way, how to save the time, the energy, and after will be easier for us.
You mentioned this being such a great learning curve for you, because this is your first year as a DS, that you're able to be hands-on with every role, every facet of the team, which will help prepare you later on.
So the leading group with 42 rider to the 3 chaser, 14 second, 1-4. The rider number 12, 1-2, 74, 7-4, 144, 144。3米是1212，7474，144是144。
Three chaser.
Let's see.
Okay, the man is chasing a little bit and close to the 3 chasers.
Gonna say it in Chinese?
You never know what to say.
Yeah, I know, right? About it being, you know, something that you're able to grasp every facet of every role on the team, which will help prepare you, especially when you're staffed up in future seasons. But what have you learned most this year on the job in this first year?
I think the more than I learned this year is the management, because it's really something that I don't know.
The 3 chasers getting closer to the leading group.
It's something that I don't know before this. When I was rider, like, I managed nothing. Even I was the leader of the team. I manage my teammate, but I don't need to prepare for the time, for everything, the order, and to look at.
The chaser is now joining the leading group. So we have 45 rider in the leading group, followed by the peloton.
And
So you can,
Yeah, you can talk over that.
and that's for me the biggest point to learn, how to manage and how to say no sometimes.
Rider in the leading group, followed by the peloton.
For me it was the most difficult, and I don't like to dict the law. When I was rider, I like it to say that you have character, you do the things, but in the life I don't like. But when you manage a team, you have no choice to do sometimes, to say no to someone, even you know that he doesn't like. But that's the biggest things for me, to the management. Yeah.
And then obviously there are some goals that you want to achieve. Did you set goals coming into this first season, and how have you met those goals? Have you exceeded them? Have you fallen short?
For the goals, yeah, we already passed since long time. My goals was to finish in the top 30 for the America Tour with more than 50 UCI points, and we are 25 with 86
The leading
UCI
group
points.
is covered by Shimano.
So for the first year, I
And the
think
gap in the leading group with 45 riders to the peloton is 38 seconds, 38 seconds. 现在是在38秒，领先小组45人。
so. For my personal goal as a sport manager is complete, and I already passed my goal. My goal for help the rider to grow up is complete too, because I think in 1 year they really improve a lot, and I'm really happy with the work, the teamwork that we are making now. And the calendar is beautiful. Only in 1 year we have all the best race in China. We race in Portugal, so for Volta Portugal, and we have the America Tour. So no, it's a good year, and the most difficult will be to keep this and to grow up again.
And how will you take this momentum into 2018? Have you had a chance? I know you're quite busy right now, but have you had a chance to look forward to next year and kind of set some new milestones that you want to reach?
The new timer from the leading group to the main bunch, 42 seconds for 2, 42秒。
Yeah, my goal is to complete our calendar, to have more race in start of the season, because in America we'll start middle of April for Joe Martin, so I want to start before. I already have 95% of my riders for next year, and I want to make a big training camp with them, to spend 2 months with them and prepare the season in the best way possible, because
For the moment, the yellow race is in the peloton. 目前黄山在大团里面。
I really think that the guys next year will make a surprise. It's not surprise anymore for us because we see what they do now in China, but in America, I'm sure that we can make a good surprise.
How are you going about the process of recruiting? Not only holding on to the existing talent that you have, but recruiting new talent to fill those gaps that you may have from departing riders or from special needs on the team. Well, what's your process like, and where are your feelers at when it comes to getting and recruiting the new talent?
So I want to make a complete team. So I want to play in every kind of race. So I need to find different kind of riders. And I don't want only leaders. We need a good teammate because we see, like, if you compare with Villiers, they have the best sprinter right now on the race, and all the team work for him. And we cannot have like 6 leaders.
Hello, the latest sky map is now 55 seconds.
So I look at the quality of my riders, which one I can help to improve and which one I cannot. So I find the young Canadian riders to teach them cycling, help them to grow up, and I find like a good foreigner riders. I got the contact like with my past other riders. Like I rode in Asia.
There's just 47 riders in the first group, in the leading group. 47 riders in the leading group, and the gap is now 55 seconds to the peloton.
I think I make a good connection when I rode, and my contact knows that I am honest with them since the start. So if we have good riders and then I can help, we sign and we try something together.
You know, we mentioned that you guys are very short-handed compared to what some of the other teams have. I believe Isoway Sports Swiss Wellness from Australia has come in with 6 staff. 6 staff on top of a full team of 7 riders, of course, which is now down to 6 due to an opening stage crash with Neil van der Ploeg. But you know, you guys are doing it all, and I've seen you personally working at night on the bikes, eating late after the team. How are you? How many hours of sleep are you getting a night, and how soon are you ready to go back home?
I don't know how long we sleep. You know, Kali?
I don't know.
It's like we try to put the alarm more late than we can, but like I mean, the race is 9 days. It's difficult for 9 days, but after it's finished, and it's our job. We are here for this. And when you are a sports director, in the beautiful way, like, I don't say you do nothing. You have to manage the things, but it's easy physically. But when you miss the stuff for any reason, you have to take the position because you are the sport director, and so you have the responsibility to give the best to the riders.
Are you loving it?
Sorry?
Are you having a good time? Are you loving it? The experience? Are you loving, enjoying it?
I mean, I love this because we are creating something all together. When I arrive in Canada, I explain to the guys what I want to do, and at start they look at me and they say, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you telling?" It's crazy. And with the time, I show step by step, and what I'm telling, it's not so crazy, and the guys understand this. And now we are going in the same way. I work hard because the riders work hard. They follow my advice and they have a good result. So yeah, they deserve, and we work a lot for them.